And some of us waking up to another fiery sunrise this morning because a little bit of that mid to high cloud cover working its way through the area as well. That high pressure center, though, again, hasn't been enough to take away the clouds, but it has taken away the winds for the most part. So it's not nearly as insufferable as you step outside in terms of that wind chill. But again, typically once we get on the west side of these things, we normally look at a warm-up, and that's going to be the case this afternoon. We'll at least get into the 40s, but because we can't seem to shake that cloud cover later on today, I think that's about it in terms of a warm-up. We're in the upper 40s, though, by Wednesday. You notice Thursday, here comes some snow chances that we're going to be tracking. And we've made a few tweaks this morning. It looks like those snowfall numbers coming in a little bit higher with some of the newest data, and it's trending more so into Thursday as we center this thing up and kind of refine that forecast going into Thursday. Friday, I think we may be looking at a pretty dry day, and we'll see how warm those roads are as we get into Thursday. Here's the latest look at future tracking. We'll start you out very early in the morning on Thursday because it looks like it might be pushing in Thursday morning in some of our northwesternmost counties by 6 and 7 o'clock. That leading edge working its way off toward the south and east. And again, you get into temperatures above freezing. This is very well likely going to come down as some rain, at least initially, but changing over fairly quickly. As we get into the afternoon and evening, you see we're all well below freezing at this point. As we get on the other side of sunset on Thursday, still dealing with some of that light snow coming down across mid-Missouri. Now, Friday itself looking fairly tame, all things considered. I think the worst of this is still looking like it's going to be as we get into the day on Thursday. Here's a look at maybe your best shots at picking up some accumulating snowfall. I'd expect it at this point if you're up into Macon, down toward Moberly and Brunswick, our northernmost counties where you see that snow moving in first. The further south and east you go, I think these numbers are going to be dwindling. So, for instance, if you're heading from west to east on I-70, you're going to see those numbers a little bit lower into Fulton compared to Boonville. But again, 1 to 2 inches, I think, is where a lot of us are still looking as of right now. But there's going to be some higher amounts, and those are going to be in some of our northwesternmost counties as well. Wind chill tracker. This is the other problem that we're going to be looking at throughout the day on Thursday. Look at that giant spread. Again, we're talking about a difference of 50 degrees in that feels like temperature. When you travel from, say, Fort Leonard Wood all the way up into Rolla, and again, kind of depends on where you're at. I think that cold air is going to be ushering in a little bit sooner than anticipated. But by Friday, again, all of us are pretty much locked into it, down into the single digits as we wake up with those wind chills. And then look at Friday night, we're down into the teens. So again, that cold air, it looks like it's got a little bit of some lifespan here as we get into Saturday, still into the 30s. But just like that, we spring forward, and we're going forward with those temperatures as well, back into the upper 50s by Sunday.